Good evening, viewers of Ibechi.com live stream chat worldwide. A couple of minutes ago, we put up the promo here on this edition of the live stream chat. Your guest today is DCN Jackson Ugbada Onah. DCN Jackson, welcome to Ibechi.com live stream chat.
Thank you for having me, Ibechi.com.
All right. Viewers, as usual with our live stream chat, we are going to allow you to, by the grace, with the grace of our guests, we are going to have time to call in. The number to call, if you are ready, I'll call it right now. The number to call is 08027070116. The number to call again is 08027047016. As we get on the program, I am going to put the number for those who are not able to catch it now on the chat pane, so you can see it or dial it. And when you do, please make your comment very, very short. Make your remark very short, within 60 seconds. DCN Jackson Ugbada, as you would know, is the brain behind J&O Foundation. The foundation that just organized or sponsor the Igede Heroes Tournament. But for the sake of those who do not know him much, you got to tell your story. Who is Jackson Ugbada? Welcome to Ibechi.com one more time.
Thank you, Ibechi.com, for having me in this lovely afternoon. Like Ibechi.com rightly said, my name is Jackson Onah Ugbada. I'm from Andibla in Oju Local Government. I'm a child of God. I love to do things for God. I'm a businessman, an entrepreneur to the core. Yes, school in Igede, my primary, my secondary school was done in the local government. After which I proceeded for my tertiary education, finished from University of Ado-Ekiti. I read business administration and management. I finished, by the grace of God, as a second best student out of 840 something students. And then afterward proceeded to have my first master degree in Ladoke Akintola University, Ogbomoso, and then did a program in the University of Lagos, and then external program, an executive program with Columbia Business School in New York a few years ago. So I'm married with 2 kids, and I love people. I love to be around people. I love to be of help to people. I love my Igede people. I'm a proud Igede man, and I say it everywhere I go to. So, well, that is me.
Thank you so much, DCN Jackson Onah Ugbada. You are already on. For those of you who have just joined, we apologize for this short notification or short notice. However, I'm still reading out the number for you to call. If you would like to call or participate in this live chat by calling, the number is 08027047016. If you are not able to call through this number, you can drop your comment on the chat pane, and our guest, DCN Jackson Ugbada Onah, is internet compliant. He will be able to read your comment and also answer appropriately. Welcome again.
Thank you for having me.
DCN, your foundation just organized a well planned out Igede Heroes Foundation. There is nothing as good as hearing it from the horse's mouth. Before the Heroes Tournament, that spanned close to 2 weeks or more, little was known about you. But this January, you came suddenly and then organized and take the whole of Igede by storm with a one activity that seemed to unite the whole of the people. So let us hear from you. What has inspired you into this activity, into this sporting event for the youth? And what do you want us to hear directly from you about this event?
Okay, thank you once again. I wouldn't say little was known about me. That is a local government that I grew up in my early years. Like I said before, I had my primary and secondary school education in the local government. So I wouldn't say little was known about me. But of course, having been away for a while, I come home on the interval. Many people wouldn't have been able to, give a face to me again because I left some decades ago and I just come spend 2-3 days because of business and just go back to my base. Well, Igede Heroes Tournament was birthed out of the passion to unite the whole of Igede Nation. This tournament was supposed to be played about 2 years ago, but when I put the team together, the optics were not looking very well, and because I'm a spiritual person, I also have to pray, and I couldn't get the leading to commence the program that time. And so after a while, one has prayed and we feel that it's time. And the JNO Foundation is a foundation that is established by myself and my wife out of the passion to reach out to the vulnerable and also to be part of the development of our community, especially the youth. And so, having thought about it over the years, we feel we've been doing a lot outside our community where we live. We've been reaching out to people privately, even back home. We just decided that, okay, one of the unifying factor in the world right now is football. And so we decided to say, okay, let's bring the youth together. Let them get out of the street. Let's see how we can discover talent and be of help to the community where I came from. Because looking back, I saw the struggle. I knew how terrible it was growing up without help from anybody. And if God has taken me to a place right now that I'm able to fend for myself and my family, the Bible says we should give whatever we have to and reach out to people. So we decided, okay, we've been doing a lot. Why can't we, focus on developing the youth, talk about what will bring about lasting peace to Igede land so that the incessant war over the years can stop. And that was how we came up with Igede Heroes Tournament. And to also bring it home, to let the youth know that if you do well, no matter how long it takes, you can be recognized and honored. So we decided to start honoring our past heroes, and one of the prominent paramount ruler we've ever had from Igede Nation is His Royal Highness Dr. Ajinopabi Ochidoma II. And so we decided to have the maiden edition in his honor. And I give God the glory that we actually were able to do that. You could see the massive crowd. It gives me joy. It gives me a sense of fulfillment. The competition was tough, but it came to a very conclusive ending, and we give God the glory. So the whole message is the tournament is about preaching peace. It's about discovering talent. It's about reaching out so that our people have so many youths at home right now. Through football, they can be discovered. Football is the most lucrative business or profession in the world right now. It's not even oil. And so I feel that over the years, because this will be done every year, as we finish the first edition in just 2 days ago. Already our mine is in the second edition. That is how I work. So we're already planning how to begin to prepare for the second edition. So that's a summary of it. I want everybody, wherever you are, you're hearing me. This is about peace, and that peace we must have in Igede land. So that is it. Thank you.
0802 704716 0802704716 is the number to call. This number is frequently recited because it's not on the chat pane. You can grab it, but if you can't, just drop your comment on the chat pane, just like you're doing. It will interest you to know that you've been joined by dozens of people, followers. We have Clement Ugbada, we have Amoche Ogene, Oderi King, Oje, Egbe Emmanuel, and a host of other. Onah Ikwe, he says, DCN Jackson Onah Ugbada, Lekwa Adam. There was something we observed during the final. Or rather before the final, there was this issue that seemed to crop up over the hosting of banner. How were you able to navigate and then mitigate the issue? That because at some point it looked like the game was going to be halted, but all of a sudden our viewers, our audiences, they saw that there was no arrow, there was no interruption, or so it looked like. So, can we have an insight about what actually transpired in the middle of the game? Why the Obi axis was going smoothly, there was an issue at Oju axis of the tournament. So, how about that?
Okay, thank you again for that beautiful question. It's expected that you will ask that question. Like I said, I'm not fully based in Igede. I'm based outside the state. It was it Monday or Sunday that somebody, draw my attention to a letter circulating online on the fact that, let me call it misconception or misinformation about the name that was written on the banner from a particular section of the community. And they were aggrieved, according to the letter, that name is supposed not to appear. And I wouldn't know really why, because I have no information prior to that on why such names should not be put on the banner. But I was at peace all through. To be honest, I was at peace because I did not just start this tournament. I hear clearly from God, and there is nothing at stake for me rather than giving back to the community where I know I suffer, pass through excruciating pain as a child growing up. So I was at peace throughout, because what did the Bible say? Exodus 14:14 said, I will fight your battle and you hold your peace. And in verse 15 he told Moses, tell them to move forward. So my focus was on moving forward. Having said that, when I saw the letter, it wasn't directed to me. It was directed to the chief security officer of the local government, who is the chairman. And then I think some people make calls, and at some point, I have to request for the number which my younger brother sent to me. And prior to that, because the tension was getting too much, and for crying out loud, what I want to preach is peace. They said if the banner is not removed, there won't be peace. The onus is on me to listen to what they are saying, so that war doesn't break out when you want to preach peace. So prior to the time of calling the chairman, I've already told my brother to say, come on, let's get it out of the way. It's peace. So whatever it is, we can settle after the tournament. So after what, I put a call to the chairman, I introduced myself, and he said, yes, there was an agitation from a particular section of the community. Why would the name be there and all that? I said, well, I needed to confirm from you as the chief security officer of the local government. It's okay that what is important is now the tournament will not be stopped. but let's go ahead to have the banner removed. Which I said, no problem. Since I've heard from you, and we have the banner removed. And so things started flowing smoothly until later again. A particular section was not also very happy. And I want to also, at this point, thank the role that our royal fathers play, the chairman of the local government, all his cabinet, our royal father, um, His Royal Highness, the second class chief of that represent the whole of Oju Local Government, some of my fathers. They called for security meeting and they were able to harmonize things. It's okay, this is a beautiful thing that this young man is bringing. Of course, you all know that I can as well do it in Yoruba land. I got married to a Yoruba woman, so it's not out of place because her place is my place to go and have it done there. And if I do, what we expended in Igede, I will not spend up to 30% of it. I don't need to fly. I don't need to do so many things because it's right before me. But they were able to broker peace and things went smoothly until later again, something came up. But I was at peace throughout. I remember telling one of my brother that if you use a blood pressure monitor to check my blood pressure during this process, I'm not sure it's going to move an inch because it is clear in the Bible. And I knew that I heard from God. So, but in a nutshell, the broker peace were able to hold meeting with some section of the youth. I think a wrong narrative was also passed across to some section of the community about my intention and what is not. But when I spoke to them, when I arrived in Igede on Friday, I had meeting with them about past 6 to 7. And I explained myself to them. And they were happy to say, okay, no, this is not what we were told. I said, well, I'm here right now. And it's for every one of us. If a footballer is discovered now and he has to go to Europe to play, he will have made a lot of money. He would have even forgotten that somebody was the brain behind it. So, but I give God the glory. I thank every youth of Igede land all across the 2 local governments. I thank our royal fathers. I thank the chairman of the local government, the security agency, all over, the DPO, the DSS, the army, all of them. I want to sincerely thank them for the massive support. I have not seen this crowd gather in Igede in one place before, and people that were there testified that even political gathering has never been that massive. You were there yourself. You covered the program. Yeah. So it's not to give. There is nothing I want to achieve from this tournament rather than bringing peace to Igede land. And no matter what happened, I told people I'm more determined. Nothing good comes easy. Bongo Siko said that. And he said, nothing good comes easy. This I know. So nothing good comes easy. There'll be, I wouldn't say people were fighting us. I don't want to use that word. I would rather use the word misconception about the whole essence of the tournament. Anywhere you are, as an Igede man, Igede woman, please, let's join forces to build our community. Nobody can come from anywhere to build it for us. Irrespective of our political divide, let's come together. It's time. How long are we going to fight? How long are we going to hate ourselves? Let's come together to do this. I can feed myself now. Without doing what I have done, I can feed myself. But it is not a tree that make a forest. It is many trees that make a forest. Please and please, wherever you are, please preach peace to your next neighbor. Preach peace, whether you are from Ibila, whether you are from Obi, whether you are from Uwoku. All of us are first of all an Igede man, given birth to by God. So why should we keep fighting? You can only know when a war starts. There's no way you determine how it ends. No. And the funniest thing is that it's people who have nothing to lose that actually found the embers of war. I appeal to us all over the world. We have an excellent Igede people, industrious Igede people all over the world, and we are hoping that subsequent one is going to be. It's not just going to be me anymore. I'm just an arrowhead. It is going to be our collective effort to ensure that there is peace, there is development. We take our youth out of narcotic behavior. We take them out of the street, all those vices they go into. If they are idle, they are bound to go into vices. That is not an excuse. But we must do the best we can to measure up with what we want to achieve.
Thank you so much. But by the way, let me crave your indulgence. I'm not trying to take you back, but it's something striking. You you said the tournament is not a one-off game. It's just only starting with the just concluded on with our royal father, late Dr. Abraham, probably
Yes,
Ochidoma
that's correct.
second.
That's correct.
So it is what agitates the mind is why particular? Why did you particularize the Ochidoma the second? Is there anything we can know or learn about that?
No,
Why the Ochidoma?
it's actually out of looking for something that can be a unifying factor. When Ochidoma too died, I was very tender. Do you understand what I mean? But I want to push a narrative. I want to be able to change the old narrative and story that is carried about Igede land. I want to be able to let the youth know that if you do well, you can be remembered. And from all my findings, that man has never been recognized or remembered in the last 30 years. Coincidentally, this period, they mark his 30th year remembrance. When we wrote letter to them, they were excited as if we were seeing into what they are doing. So I want people to know that even though Ajinopabe has died, His Royal Highness has died many years ago, look at yourself as a youth and feel that I can be remembered. And we are not just doing it for those that are past. We are going to narrow it down to those that are living, because it is good to appreciate those people who have contributed excellently to the development and the growth of the community. They should be recognized so that it's passing a message to the youth that, come on, let's join hands together and build our community. So that is why we narrow it down to Igede. And I look for something that has never been done in Igede land before. And the evidence was clear.
Okay. Please, our time is already running out. I told you that the number to call is 080-270-4701. So you can now get the number from the chat pane. The number is now displayed on this chat pane. If you choose to call, you can just do it within a few seconds or drop your comment on the chat pane. As we come to close, by the way, during the final of the competition at Oju Local Government Stadium, we witnessed that some prominent chief royal fathers thronged the event. The event drew some royal fathers from the neighborhood, Konshisha and Gwe, and also particularly Te Makode came himself. He came without sending a representative. And all that transpired there in fact, everybody at the tournament was saying that this event exceeded their expectation. So what do you have to say about this? What has that brought to us? What does it signify? Is there any explanation? Is there anything we can take home from the participation of this royal father from Tivland in our youth?
Thank you so much. Te Makudi is a personal friend. He's a father to me. And we're supposed to have more than that. We're supposed to have Teguma, Tegwe, and then the rest of them. It just to let them know we are Igede people and we are united. And we want peace. We want development in that community. And bringing Te Konshisha is something that was very key to me, because if you look over the years as a child growing up, I remember riding a bicycle all the way from Onike to Bende, if I pronounce it well, several years, decades ago when there was war. And over the last few years again, we see this unrest happening in that section of the community because of issue of determining the boundary for the two communities. So it becomes very paramount to me to say, okay, we want peace. Take Constitution, please come and see that Igede people want peace. So, and you can see that when they came, they were so excited. So, to just let them know that we are brothers and there's no need to fight. And by the grace of God, you see, same way we presented a staff of honor and a staff of peace, a symbol of peace to our royal fathers that were present. We presented a staff of peace to them to say, no, there's no need to fight. There's no need to quarrel. Land will never be exhausted. How many of them do we farm on? So the essence is to see that there's a lasting peace among the two communities. And I'm trusting God that that meeting has brokered peace, it has brokered relationship, it has brokered reconciliation, it has let them know that we are people of peace. And they were so happy. They are still talking about it today. And having the team Makudi traveling all the way from Makudi and his entourage to go, they never sent their representative, they came themselves.
Yeah.
So I want Igede people to know that this thing can be done.
Yeah.
Let's stop fighting ourselves. Let's stop fighting. Okay, let peace reign. Now we will be able to put a call to take Constitution to say, how are you, sir? What is happening in your community? And I'm also planning that very soon we pay them a courtesy visit again. Because peace is sustained on a continuous basis. Yeah. It is not something that is one-off. Yeah. So we keep engaging them, and before you know, Igede is being pushed to the wall. That is my key. I want us to be able to push the narrative of who we are, what we represent, what we are capable of doing, not just to Nigeria, but to the entire world. And if you are anywhere in diaspora listening to me, please, let's join hands together. I'm ready to work with everybody to ensure that there is peace. You can reach out to ibechi.com, get across to me. Let's see how we can move on together. And you were there, interestingly, to let you know that we are prepared. You know, we presented the letter of notification to the next person that will be playing in his honor, which is our late royal father, Chief Ikande Diku. Grew up when he was on the throne. And also, let's be able to respect our royal fathers. Things have changed. Things have changed. I remember those days, if Chief Ikande Diku is coming from his house and you hear that he's coming out, wherever we are, we always rush to just see his face and say, that is our king. Irrespective,
sorry, okay, even though we are getting close to the end of the show, I think this seems to be the first call on the show. Yeah, who is this, please? This is ibechi.com chat, live stream chat with J&O Foundation President Jackson Onah Ugbada. Yes, who is this?
Yes, thank you, ibechi.com.
Thank you, welcome.
My name is Igede One of Igede.
Major man, go ahead. Make your contribution within 60 seconds.
Okay, my question is, I want to ask DCN Jackson Onah Ugbada.
Yeah.
What gave him the impetus, or they call it the passion, for him to choose to personally sponsor something that would be of a very good help and development to the vulnerable, the less privileged in the society, more especially Igede as a nation, knowing too well that when he was growing up, after the death of the dad, the person of late Chief Evangelist Victor Ugbada, that he passed through hell He was fed through the nose. Like any other person, he could sit at his comfort zone, having helped by God, and said, after when I was growing up, nobody helped me like any other person in the world. But he chose to do so. Why is it that kind of person that what motivated him? What gave him the spirit to do it?
Thank you so
for
much.
him to stand different from others?
Thank you so much.
That's my question.
Oh, thank you so much for your question. Just for the benefit of his presence or his participation in the program today. Otherwise, from the beginning, he did tell the audience what inspired him. But maybe he would like to just use 3 seconds.
Well, nothing more than, and like you mentioned God when you are asking your question. God said we should be a blessing to everyone around us. And so, yes, I passed through hell, but that is why God has risen me today to where I am, and I haven't started. And no matter how much you have, if you don't impart life, you have nothing. So it is what you have done in the lives of people that you'll be remembered for. We don't work with the past. The past is in the past. We can't change the past, but we learn from the past. If people that refuse to help me then know better, I think they could have done better. So it's life. And everybody should know that you are not, nobody is under obligation to help you. Nobody is under obligation. Entitlement mentality that nobody is helping me. I am standing here today. Nobody can point finger to me that he's the reason why I'm standing, that he supported me in school, he sponsored me in school. No, nothing. But I stood with God, and I bless God for the lives of some of the people that trained me in children evangelism ministry. I mentioned it. So that is just it. Glory to God.
Thank you so much, DCN Jackson. If you have been following us for the past 26 minutes or so, you've been listening and watching the president of J&O Foundation, the organization that just organized the recently concluded J&O Foundation sponsored Igede Heroes Football Tournament in Oju and Local Government Area, and the final was played at Oju Local Government Area. Before we press the button to shut down DCN Jackson, you would like to please, number one, if there's anything that what's going to the public from this medium that we did not ask you on this short, even as we're looking forward to when we shall have an ample chance to talk to you to infinity, you can capture it. Not the number two, we also observed that a lot of things are flying in on social media. People are giving credit for the peace that prevailed over the tournament to some people and to others, even from highly placed individuals in the society. But we didn't hear, okay, foundation, thank you for this. What is actually most striking, or rather troubling, is that the peace that prevailed and the tournament held peacefully, some people were giving credit to the soldiers, to the army presence in the area. Please, for the sake of issue that will be emanating, what do you have to say about what has happened? I know you have spoken on this. Then we saw that over 100 or so lives were saved. Souls were saved at the eve of the final at the Oju Local Government Pavilion. Please, can you touch on this?
Okay, let me
press the button to
let me just start from the last point. Yes, we had a 3 hours worship section to just thank God for the tournament. I'm a believer. I'm a child of God, and I love worship. I love to give glory to God. And so it was a moment that was so key to me among all things that happened during during the tournament, and you could see the atmosphere. It was charged with over 60-something people giving their life to God. It's just a way of saying, thank you, Lord, for the peace. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us to the successful conclusion of the tournament as we move to the final. So it's something I do every time. I love to worship God. I move around to appreciate God. Having said that, the issue of who broke up peace or not, I don't just want to speak into it, because peace belongs to God. Whoever is giving the credit to, beautiful. The most important thing is that we had a wonderful tournament. It's not going to be the last of it. The second edition is going to be very, very massive. Those who have said broker peace, I have already thanked people, whether the GNO Foundation, who was a sponsor of the tournament that brought about this reawakening, is appreciated or not. No, as believers, we don't, our reward comes from God, and this wasn't done because, like I told them, it wasn't done because I'm vying for any position. No, quote me anywhere. The next election is around the corner. If I'm going to do that, I don't need to go appreciate our heroes. I'm going to come and do what I need to do. So that is it. Peace is peace. I appreciate everyone. You can say I mentioned their name, and I also, our representative at the House of Rep, Honorable David Ogel. Yeah. Thank you for representing us. Keep doing what you are doing. Keep listening to the desires of the masses. A good leader will listen. So keep listening and keep bringing up development to the community. In closing, this is not the first time we are doing this. I know a lot of narratives went around the social media when I came with my family to dedicate a church to the Redeemed Christian Church of God. It's not something I like to speak into, because at times I get emotional about it. It's a desire, something that my father tried all he could and was unable to do it. He tried in Lagos, bought land and all that. He started, he couldn't finish it. And so it has been my prayer over a decade that, Lord, please just help me to just fulfill the desire of my father. And we came. I know there were some people passed a very wrong narrative. I was giving money. I was doing to come and plant parish. I'm on air right now, so anybody can say anything. You can quote me. The church was built 100% by me and my family, my wife and my 2 kids. At a point, I have not said this anywhere before, at some point, we were stuck during the COVID. I sold my car. I sent one of my car to Makode here because I want to prove the devil. I just put a date and said, this is the commissioning date. I sold my car. I sold one of my truck to ensure that I pump money into that place, built it, furnished it, did everything and handed it over to the Redeemed Christian Church of God, because that is the ministry I identify with. It's not the first time. It's something I do all over Lagos, but we don't mention it because it is unto God. And I can see the help of God upon my life today. It's the mercy of God. But my final word to our people is that let us believe as Igede people that God can help a man. That God can help a man. God can help a man. Irrespective of who you are. Esther was nobody. David was the little boy in the house. But God identified them and anointed them. We can build the Igede nation together. Don't believe until you become a politician. Or don't believe that this person has so much, because that is the wrong narrative, that for him to come and do this, there's so much he can fight. No, it is the passion. Everybody that is close to me know I love Igede people. If I walk by you, pass you, and I hear you speak Igede, I'm going to come back and say, you just speak my language. And I'll have a handshake with you. That is the way it should be. People that are working with me today, none of them is from Ibila. You saw them. They flew from Lagos or with their own resources. I've not seen that before. With their own resources. They sponsor, they pay for the sound system. And I give credit to those guys. And so let's relate with ourselves. Relationship should not be about give me what you give me. No, it should be about impact. Because if your call to people is about give me money, they might help you that time. But when you are coming with something that is very important to you, that can change your life, that is not about money, the door will be shut against you. So Igede Kaha, Okunika Jigede, Ejamigo like you, let us join hands together. I can tell you, if Jesus tarries, you are not going to imagine what will happen in the second edition. You are not going to imagine that, because nothing can stop me. Nothing. I'm more encouraged. Look at lives. Look at chunk of youth all over, gather in their thousands. Who will not be happy? It's only an evil person that will not be happy.
It's only a witch.
Which will not be happy. So, Igede people, wherever you are, I salute everyone. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. Let's connect together from US, from Canada, from United Kingdom, from Australia, wherever you are. This is not politics. Anybody that we know that we can support to bring Igede, bring development to Igede, we will support the person during election. And when the election is over, what you notice is that from all political divide, they were present.
Yeah.
And I want to thank our royal father, Adut Adraon Igede. I want to thank him. He received us in his palace, but he couldn't attend because there was a meeting in Otuku. Yeah. I want to thank you, sir, for all your support. I want to thank Adraon Yaloju. I want to thank Adraon Yanyoba. I want to thank Adraon Ibila. Every one of us, the chairman, you've done very well. We can't please everyone. Wherever mistakes are, we are going to correct them and have a fantastic second edition. Thank you so much for having me at Bechi.com.
Thank you so much, DCN Jackson Onah Ugbada, the president of the J&O Foundation that sponsor the recently concluded Igede Heroes Tournament in Oju Local Government Area. We want to thank you so much from Bechi.com desk for appearing on our platform, and we hope that we will get back to you and you'll be here and become the delight of our viewer. Thank you so much. And for those of you who have followed all right from the start, I want to wonderfully thank you for believing on Bechi.com to bring you this kind of chat. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I have been your anchor on this show right from the start. My name is James Bechi. I think I must thank Ugbada. I must thank DCN. You guys have been wonderful. It is because you are there that we are here. Until we come again with another edition. Once again, I remain James Bechi, the editorial director of Bechi.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers.
Thank you.